The following will contain spoilers for Digimon Last Evolution. I was very adamant about not wanting to see Digimon Last Evolution. After the train wreck that was Digimon Tri, I had basically lost hope for the series. And after seeing that Last Evolution was going to tackle the same themes, I was all but certain they were going to screw it up. But after begrudgingly checking out the film, I found I really enjoyed it. For starters, the film is quite pretty from beginning to end, with gorgeous bits of animation, good shot composition, lighting, and color choices. The character design struck a nice balance between the original designs and the designs from Tri, returning the flexible expressions of the original designs while retaining the more atomically correct Tri designs, staying true to the aesthetic of the series while still conveying a more mature tone. Now, while this film does tackle the same themes as Tri, it did so far more successfully. This time the separation with the Digimon is permanent, and all the characters are designed around the desire to not lose that connection. But as a coming-of-age story, the Digimon not only represent a symbol of innocence, but also of stagnation, and this theme of stagnation is best reflected in Manoa. Rather than being the opposite of the protagonist, Manoa represents the most extreme version of them. Someone who could not bear to lose that connection, dedicating her life to bring back what had been lost while forcing stagnation onto others. This is clearly reflected in Eosmon, a Digimon clearly designed after Manoa's own partner. All of this makes Manoa the perfect antagonist for this film. Tai and Matt needed to say goodbye to their Digimon in order to grow up, but that change needed to be believable. It needed to be clear to the characters and the audience why choosing not to change would have been a personal failure. Manoa represents that failure. She believed she could not live without her Digimon, and as a result hurt herself and others. When Tai reawakens the rest of the group, he and Matt could have chosen to let the others handle it, since none of them had the yellow ring and all could reach the Mega level. But they chose to fight, because in order to beat Manoa, they needed to prove that they could live without their Digimon. Their final Digivolutions reflecting this growth, with both Agumon and Gabumon taking on humanoid adult forms. The song that plays during the sequence, Sono Sakie, depicts the bittersweet emotions the characters feel in this moment, accompanied at first with a piano and the softly sung, drifting, time rises like the tide, overflowing wavering emotions. But the music begins to rise in spirit with the lyrics, even if the destiny that awaits the future is fleeting, we will make a stand, believe in each other, because you, always my partner, are always by my side. The song properly kicking into higher gear with the lyrics, wish you stand by me, wish I could stand by you, and bonds will never fade, representing the characters fighting through the pain, reminding themselves that this bond will never truly disappear as long as they cherish what that connection gave them. Even if we stumble, we will stand up again. You gave us that courage so that we could become stronger, so that we would be afraid of nothing. The final thing I want to touch on is the butterfly motif. While being a reference to the original Japanese theme song, it serves another narrative function. Butterflies emerge from cocoons. When Tai and Matt save Manoa, she is able to emerge from that cocoon. Tai and Matt did the same thing, and being willing to change, they emerged from their cocoons. They are now butterflies.
大地、大きくなったね。